Navigating the journey of aging with grace. 9 key behaviors to avoid in your golden years. Aging is a trip that we must all take, but how we manage it determines the quality of our lives. As we age, many of us begin to think about what is actually important, our relationships, legacies, and the wisdom we've gathered along the way. However, this period of life brings new obstacles that influence how we are seen by others, and more importantly, how we perceive ourselves. It's simple to develop habits that over time might deprive us of the dignity and respect we deserve. While physical aging is unavoidable, how we present ourselves and interact with people is under our control. We can choose to age gracefully, fostering our relationships and developing a feeling of self-worth that lasts beyond the years. The idea is to avoid actions that separate us or limit our ability to interact with the world around us. In this enhanced book, we'll look at 9 important behaviors that can obstruct our path to graceful aging and offer advice on how to prevent them. Each point will offer additional insights into how to cultivate a more conscious, dignified approach to life as we age. 1. Monopolizing conversations. As we age, we naturally acquire stories, memories from our youth, lessons from our occupations, and experiences with our families. It's easy to believe that these stories are more credible because they're supported by decades of experience. However, one of the most typical mistakes we make as we age is dominating discussions, often without even recognizing it. The need to share our experiences might cause us to dominate discussions, leaving little room for others to participate. This behavior may alienate friends, relatives, and even casual acquaintances. Younger people in particular may feel that their voices are being drowned out by older people who appear more engaged in speaking than listening. Furthermore, consistently focusing conversations on our personal experiences can come across as self-centered, even if that is not our aim. Expanding perspective. Consider a social gathering in which a group of friends or family members are talking about a recent event. You may have gained insights from a similar situation decades ago, and the impulse to share can be powerful. However, before you jump in, consider whether your contribution will benefit the debate or move the spotlight back to yourself. Allowing others, particularly younger generations, to express themselves without feeling overpowered is important. Furthermore, genuinely listening and actually engaging with what people say demonstrates respect and promotes deeper connections. Allowing people to speak enriches the conversation while also making them feel important. Listening is a giving that is frequently more powerful than the stories we share. Practical approach. If you find yourself dominating talks, try placing a mental limit on how much you can offer. For example, after telling one story, make a concerted effort to inquire about others' ideas or experiences. What do you think? Or I'd love to hear your perspective are phrases that bring others into the conversation and demonstrate that you respect their contribution. Deeper takeaway. Cultivating a reputation for listening more than speaking is a sign of wisdom. The capacity to step back, observe, and genuinely listen to others is frequently more effective than telling your narrative. It demonstrates humility, patience, and a real concern for others around you. As you become older, strive to become a conversationalist who improves conversations rather than dominating them. 2. Excessive bragging. We all want to feel proud of our accomplishments, families, and successes. However, as we get older, it becomes more difficult to distinguish between sharing our pride and being boastful. Unfortunately, many elderly persons engage in excessive bragging, whether about personal accomplishments, riches, or, more typically, their children or grandkids. Boasting, especially when done frequently, can drive people away. It might make us appear self-centered and distant from the realities of others. This is especially true when we brag about things others may struggle with, such as family, health, or financial success. What we perceive as a source of pride may be a cause of grief or uncertainty for someone else. Expanding perspective. Imagine sitting with a friend who has had a terrible life. Perhaps they have experienced financial difficulties or their children are struggling. In this situation, continuously mentioning your own children's accomplishments or your financial security can unintentionally create estrangement. While you may not intend to hurt, it may make your friend feel inadequate or resentful. This does not imply that you should hide your pride, but rather that you should be cautious about how and when you communicate it. Boasting might reveal deeper insecurities. The desire to constantly seek affirmation from others may indicate that we are not as confident in our accomplishments as we appear. People who are truly confident in their successes don't feel the need to bring them up in every conversation. They allow their lives to speak for themselves. Practical approach. Instead of focusing on your accomplishments, consider what you've learned. Share stories that emphasize lessons rather than achievements. Instead of saying, "My children are so successful," you may say, "I've learned so much about patience and support through my journey as a parent." This not only demonstrates humility, but also encourages people to reflect on their own experiences. Deeper takeaway: the most admirable people are frequently those who do not need to brag. Their accomplishments are clear in their conduct, treatment of others, and quiet confidence. As we mature, focusing on personal growth rather than external achievements can help us form stronger, more lasting connections. 3. Judging people based on first impressions. One of the more subtle hazards of aging is the temptation to grow stuck in our habits. This includes the way we evaluate others. With decades of life experience behind us, it's easy to believe we've seen it all and can judge individuals solely on first impressions. However, making quick judgments can hinder our ability to form meaningful relationships and comprehend others around us. As we get older, we may be more likely to criticize individuals based on superficial characteristics such as appearance, age, upbringing, or even political beliefs. While this may appear harmless, it can actually be a barrier to making strong, long-term connections with others who can enhance our lives. Furthermore, it reinforces assumptions and prejudices that keep us from recognizing individuals for who they truly are. Expanding perspective. Consider an instance when someone evaluated you unfairly. Perhaps they inferred something about you based on your appearance or misinterpreted your intentions. How did it make you feel? Consider whether you are doing the same thing to others, even unknowingly. Every individual has a unique story, and first impressions frequently fail to convey the complexities of that tale. Instead of making snap judgments, make an intentional effort to get to know individuals on a deeper level. Ask questions, listen without prejudice, and give them the opportunity to reveal who they truly are. This strategy not only helps you build stronger relationships, but also challenges your own biases, resulting in personal growth. Practical approach. The next time you meet someone new, try not to pass judgment. Instead of automatically categorizing people based on their appearance or what little you know about them, go into the interaction with curiosity. Ask open-ended inquiries such as, "What's been your biggest challenge this year?" Or "What are you passionate about?" These questions encourage deeper talks and allow you to see the person behind the first impression. Deeper takeaway. Wisdom is more than just knowing, it also includes understanding. Listening, observing, and refraining from passing judgment are all necessary for true comprehension. As we age, cultivating an open mentality rather than certainty might help us build more honest connections with others while also keeping our wits bright and responsive to new experiences. 4. Neglecting personal appearance. Older folks frequently express the belief that, as we age, we no longer need to worry about our physical appearance. After all, inner beauty is what really counts. While our character and kindness are far more essential than our outward appearance, ignoring our appearance completely can have unanticipated consequences, not only in how others perceive us, but also in how we feel about ourselves. Taking care of our appearance is not about preserving youth, but about keeping self-esteem and dignity. When we cease caring about our appearance, it can lower our self-esteem, leading to feelings of inadequacy or even sadness. Furthermore, how we portray ourselves to the world reveals our attitude. A nice, well-groomed appearance shows that we are. involved in life, and remain proud of ourselves. But a neglected appearance may indicate detachment or apathy. Expanding perspective. Consider how you feel after getting a new haircut or wearing good clothing. Looking your finest provides a sense of rebirth and boosts your confidence. Imagine seeing a friend you haven't seen in years. They have ceased taking care of themselves, their clothing is worn and their hair is unkempt. What impression does this leave? It's vital to remember that maintaining our appearance isn't about vanity, it's about protecting our sense of self and demonstrating to others that we still value the life we're living. Even simple efforts such as wearing clean, well-fitting clothes or maintaining basic grooming can have a major impact on how we feel and how others see us. Practical approach. If you've gotten into the habit of ignoring your looks, begin with minor modifications. It may be time to go back to the barbershop or hair salon, or you could invest in some new clothes that make you happy. Even a little self-care can help you gain confidence and keep your dignity as you age. Deeper takeaway, self-care reflects self-respect. By taking care of your appearance, you are not only preserving how others perceive you, you are also cultivating your sense of value and confidence. It's a simple but effective technique to remind yourself that you're still involved in life, no matter how many years have passed. 5. Expecting respect without earning it. Previously, simply reaching a particular age was enough to get respect. However, times have changed and respect is no longer given only on the basis of seniority. Younger generations in particular are more independent in their thinking and frequently question conventional hierarchies of respect. As older adults, we may become frustrated when we are not treated with the respect we believe we deserve. However, it is critical to understand that respect is earned, not expected. If we expect younger people to appreciate us just because we are older, we risk alienating them or appearing out of touch. True respect stems from the way we treat people, regardless of age. Expanding perspective. Consider entering a meeting and presuming that because of your age, everyone will instantly defer to your thoughts or conclusions. When this does not occur, it is common to feel slighted or mistreated. Rather than expecting others to respect us, we must first respect them by listening to other points of view, being open to new ideas, and displaying kindness and empathy. Respect is a two-way street. Just as we want younger people to respect our years of experience, we must also value their perspectives, independence, and contributions to the world. By engaging others with humility and a readiness to learn as well as teach, we foster a mutually beneficial environment. Practical approach. The next time you deal with someone younger, try not to anticipate automatic respect. Instead, work on developing a connection based on mutual understanding and kindness. Show curiosity about their experiences and perspectives, and give your insights with humility rather than authority. Deeper takeaway. Respect is earned through our behavior, not something we are entitled to solely because of our age. We build better, more meaningful relationships by treating others, regardless of age, with the respect we expect to receive. In doing so, we acquire long-term respect. 6. Holding on to grudges. It's easy to amass complaints over time, whether from family disagreements, previous friendships that ended badly, or even unresolved misunderstandings. Holding on to these grudges can drag us down emotionally, depriving us of the peace and joy we deserve. In our latter years, many older folks struggle to let go of previous injuries because they believe forgiving entails absolving others of responsibility. However, carrying grudges only hurts us. It keeps us stuck in the past, preventing us from moving on and enjoying the present. In contrast, forgiveness is a gift that we offer ourselves. It allows us to let go of the emotional baggage that holds us back and make a place for fresh, pleasant experiences. Expanding perspective. Consider a grudge you've harbored for years, possibly against a family member, a friend, or even a colleague. How has harboring anger or resentment influenced your life? Has it provided you with serenity or prevented you from completely enjoying your relationships and experiences? Imagine what it would be like to let go of that grudge and forgive, not because the other person deserves it, but because you need peace. Forgiveness does not imply forgetting or ignoring unpleasant acts. It entails deciding to move on, to value your well-being over the need for retaliation. Practical approach: if you're nursing a grudge, consider whether it's beneficial to you. Consider composing a letter to the individual involved, not to send, but to express your emotions and begin the process of letting go. By admitting your pain and choosing forgiveness, you relieve yourself of the emotional burden that has been pulling you down. Deeper takeaway: life is too brief to bear the burden of previous sorrows. By forgiving, you choose to live with a lighter heart and a clearer mind. Giving up grudges is one of the most effective actions you can take toward emotional liberation and tranquility in your senior years. 7. Resisting change. One of the difficulties with aging is the inclination to grow resistant to change. We spent decades developing routines, creating views, and defining our way of life. As a result, we may have difficulty adapting to new ideas, technologies, or ways of thinking. However, opposing change can cut us off from the world around us, preventing us from remaining connected and engaged with life. Change is unavoidable, and while it can be uncomfortable, it also opens up new opportunities for growth and connection. Staying open to change, whether it's learning to use new technology, adopting a new pastime, or embracing new viewpoints, helps us feel relevant and important. Expanding perspective. Consider the changes you've fought in recent years, such as learning to use a smartphone, developing new habits, or adapting to societal changes. What impact has that resistance had? Has it prevented you from staying connected with the people and things that are most important to you? Consider what it might be like to embrace these changes. Rather than perceiving them as a danger to your way of life, consider their possibilities for growth and learning. Staying open to change keeps you involved with the world around you and helps you grow as a person regardless of your age. Practical approach. If you're having trouble adjusting to new situations, start small. Choose one area of your life in which you can be more adaptable, such as learning a new skill, experimenting with an alternative routine, or being open to new ideas. By progressively accepting change, you will find it less intimidating and more fulfilling. Deeper takeaway. Being adaptable is essential for graceful aging. By remaining open to change, you keep your mind bright, your spirit flexible, and your relationships strong. Embracing change is more than just keeping up with the times. It is about remaining fully engaged in life, regardless of your stage. 8. Avoiding emotional vulnerability. As we become older, we tend to become more guarded about our feelings. We may have experienced loss, disappointment, or hurt throughout the years, and our instinct to protect ourselves by suppressing our emotions can grow stronger. However, avoiding emotional openness might impede us from developing deep, meaningful relationships with others, especially as we age. Being vulnerable does not imply weakness, rather it demonstrates strength and emotional development. Opening yourself up to others allows for deeper connections, more understanding, and stronger relationships. Vulnerability helps us to express ourselves authentically rather than hiding behind self-protective walls. Expanding perspective. Think about the most important relationships in your life. How have they been impacted by your willingness or refusal to be emotionally open? Have you held back for fear of getting wounded, only to discover that the distance has widened as a result? Consider how it would feel to be vulnerable with the people you trust, sharing your concerns, hopes, and feelings without fear of being judged. Vulnerability promotes closeness, trust, and deeper ties, all of which are essential for our emotional well-being as we age. Practical approach. If you've been avoiding emotional vulnerability, try sharing something modest with someone you trust. It could be dread, regret, or optimism about the future. By taking this step, you will begin to form the emotional ties that will provide meaning and fulfillment in your later years. Deeper takeaway. Emotional vulnerability is essential for developing deep and meaningful connections. Allowing yourself to be open and honest with those you care about makes room for genuine connection and understanding. By doing so, you improve your life in ways that go far beyond physical health or financial success. 9. Becoming too attached to the past. As we age, it's normal to reminisce about the good old days when life seemed simpler, more predictable, and full of opportunities. However, becoming overly tied to the past can prevent us from truly experiencing the present. It can cause discontent with our current situation and prevent us from seeking new experiences. While it is vital to remember and respect our memories, it is also critical to be open to the present and future. Even as we get older, life provides new opportunities for growth, connection, and joy. By dwelling too much on the past, we risk missing out on the beauty and richness of our current lives. Expanding perspective. Consider the memories you cherish, perhaps a time in your youth when everything seemed possible, or a moment of success or delight that has been with you for years. While these memories are valuable, they can also cause nostalgia, preventing you from appreciating the chances that exist in the present. Consider what it would be like to shift your emphasis from the past to the present. Imagine embracing the chances that lie ahead of you rather than obsessing over the past. Living fully in the present allows you to embrace new experiences, connections, and delights. Practical approach. If you find yourself lingering on the past, try setting out time each day to concentrate on the present. Engage in activities that make you happy right now, whether it's spending time with loved ones, learning a new hobby, or simply admiring the beauty of nature. By fully participating in the present moment, you will discover that life, regardless of age, continues to provide purpose and fulfillment. Deeper takeaway: the past is part of who we are, but it does not limit who we can be. By letting go of our excessive attachment to the past, we free ourselves to live completely in the present and welcome the future with open arms. Aging gracefully entails striking a balance between honoring the past and remaining fully engaged with the life that lies ahead of us.